So what I'm going to show you today is how to create an image similar to the effect of Ashley Edwards has here. So the first thing I have is my images ready to go. The first one I want to start with is going to be this image here. I can just click and drag this into a new canvas. Again, it's the same as before, file new, and then you can select your canvas. If you have landscape images that you want to create this technique with, you will need a portrait canvas. If you have portrait images, you will want to have a landscape canvas. So I've got my image here, I have my bounding box. Around it I want to go to my move tool here, hold my shift key down and drag it and make it bigger. By holding my shift key down, it means that I keep the ratio correct. I can just reposition that. While I have it like so, I can obviously maneuver and rotate the image. So I've got 180 degree angles, and then I can hit enter to finish that action. If I rotate it by hand using this little kind of arrow here, it means that sometimes I can't get it entirely straight. You can then experiment with a variety of your images, seeing what works best with each composition. Again, that's where you can play and practice, and by showing multiple compositions, you are really going to enhance your assessment objectives. Now, some of the images that I have previously had here are ones that I don't quite want to use. I don't feel like when I combine them together, it matches that well, so I'm not going to use that one. I have a variety of stock images, and you are able to combine some stock images with your own. Like, you wouldn't just be using all stock images, you have to combine them with your own again to show your experimentation. What I would like to do with this image first of all is I want to crop off the bottom. I want to start where all of the buildings start, so I want to crop out any of that water. What you'll notice at the beginning is that this is a smart layer, so I need to copy it all and paste, create a new layer. So Command A, Command C, Command V, copy all, or select all, copy and then paste. I am going to use my marquee tool and cut off a section of that at the bottom, and then I am going to readjust. Now, really I don't find it much of an interesting image. Obviously these two sections here kind of marry up and form almost like a little mound in the centre. However, my sky is round the correct way here, so it's not making the image that kind of interesting. What I am going to do is I would recommend that you screenshot that. Then I am going to switch the position of both of these. So I am going to rotate my first image, go to the little degree at the top, 180. I am then going to go to my second image, and I am going to do exactly the same. I'm going to rotate that back to the correct way round, so I've got 180. I'm then going to reposition these. So I've screenshotted my original composition, which I can evidence in my book, and then I have my two. Now, I find that a little bit more interesting. It's really unusual, obviously, having the sky on the bottom of my image. These two seem to marry up relatively well. You can use the kind of dodge and burn tool, or even decreasing the opacity on your eraser tool to blend these a little bit more if you wish. That is entirely up to you. Again, screenshot this process here. I think it works really nicely if you change your image to black and white, but having the mix of black and white and colour works really nicely. So little kind of half white, half grey circle down here, black and white. Again, you can experiment with curves, exposure, contrast to create a really nice and dynamic image. And again, you should have something that looks like that.